Welcome back, Truth Seeker. This past week, January 27th, I did my second interview with Christian White, and we began that interview by talking about the Epstein Files and why the number 58 was so important in Epstein's death, a man who died 58 days after Trump's birthday. That was in the time of Trump winning the 58th U.S. presidential election, where he announced from the 58-story Trump Tower. We went into how the first batch of Epstein Files was released on the 58th day of the year in 2025, and how later they showed how there was a minute cut in the footage from the night of Epstein's death, and the cut began at 11:58, meaning 11 p.m., 58 minutes, and 58 seconds. Plus, we covered a number of other 58-related things for Epstein and why the number is so important. So anyway, now, yesterday on Jackie Robinson Day, we get this headline: Jay-Z, Harvey Weinstein, and Pusha T mentioned in latest Epstein file release. So notice two of those men are black on Jackie Robinson Day. But look at it. From Jay-Z's birthday, December 4th, to January 31st, the release of this information, 58 days, just like in Gematria, Epstein Files equals 58. January 31st, 26 was also a date with a lesser date numerology of 58. And remember, Epstein did die 58 days after Trump's birthday, August 10th, 2019, on Tisha B'Av, to remember the destruction of Solomon's and Herod's temple, and both of those things equal 58. Solomon's temple is the more important one. Solomon's temple was destroyed by the Babylonians for sexual depravity. All of Freemasonry's secrets are in Solomon's temple, same with the Rosicrucians. The most famous Freemason and Rosicrucian in history was King James, who died at age 58. Remember, Trump had his convention in Cleveland, in the Cavs Stadium, right after LeBron won the finals on June 19th, the real King James's birthday. And then this time around, in 2024, and he wins the election, it's on the anniversary of the Jesuits trying to kill King James, November 5th. Again, King James would eventually die at 58. This election, Trump got 58% of the Electoral College. He got 312 Electoral College votes. Remember, Pope Francis, who became a Jesuit in 58, died on the 312th day of Trump's age. And then we got Pope Leo on May 8th, 58, when Pope Leo XIV also equals 58. Again, there's speculation that Pope Francis was a Mason, even though Freemasonry is banned within the Catholic Church, but it would only make sense because he was the first Jesuit Pope, and the Jesuits created modern Freemasonry. Anyway, we went into all this and more. 58, this massive number. And you can just see it right there. Again, Freemasonry and Rosicrucianism, their secrets are in Solomon's temple. Epstein died on the day to remember the destruction of the temple for sexual depravity, as a guy who was said to be just that. If you missed that interview, it's on Christian White's channel. It's on my channel as well. And with regards to Freemasonry, here's Jay-Z at a Prince Hall Freemason gathering. So Jay-Z is a Mason. If you search on Google, it'll say that Jay-Z is not a Freemason. I'm not sure where Google's getting its information from, other than Google is a Jesuit-controlled enterprise that's here to steer you away from important information and lead you down the path of false reality, which it is. Again, Google celebrates its birthday on the same day the Jesuits do with the Roman Catholic Church, September 27th. But yeah, Jay-Z is a Mason, and Google says he's not. Jay-Z's even on the song Freemason with Rick Ross. As for Pusha T, it's interesting that Jay-Z's 56 years old right now, another special number to both the Jesuits and the Masons, and Pusha T also in the headlines 263 days after his birthday. That's the 56th prime. Remember, the plural Freemasons equals 56, as does Society of Jesus. That's the Jesuits, as does Black Lives Matter. And, Pusha T's known for doing that wicked laugh. I got to learn how to do that laugh, because that's almost how I feel every time I just see these rituals they do. It calls for the Pusha T wicked laugh. Pusha T's 48 years old right now. Freemason and Illuminati equal 48, as does Donald Trump. Donald Trump in the Illuminati card game. Donald Trump, the apprentice, the first degree of Freemasonry. George Washington's letter about Freemasonry being infiltrated by the Illuminati. Remember, the Illuminati was created May 1st, 1776, just for the American Revolution. But yeah, Jay-Z and Pusha T also have this song called Drug Dealers Anonymous, and they say, Epstein, if you follow cookie trail. There's more than just sexual depravity there. There's more than just a blackmail operation. There's a weapon smuggling, a drug smuggling operation all tied up in Epstein. It's hard to know what's true in this day and age. But about Pusha T being 48, just reading about this, it says at the end of this little Wikipedia about the song that they have together, Drug Dealers Anonymous, again, Pusha T and Jay-Z, says after a few more exchanges over email, Jay-Z finished his verse, stating how the verse was 48 bars bad. All right. Weinstein, they also released this 47 days before his upcoming birthday. The Mason studied the 47th problem of Euclid. Of course, Trump equals 47. You could also say they released this information on the 319th day of his age, like his birthday's 319. Remember Prince had the song 319 and died 319 days after his birthday? And what's known as satanic gematria, Masonic equals 319. So, quite fitting. But yeah, just for more proof of what they're doing with the Epstein Files in 58, add another one. And they're going to keep coming too. All right, we'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. Till next time.